guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a TBR video for the month of May / June. It's already towards the end of May, so pretty much June, but I'm reading these books right now. It's one I've already read. It's over here actually. I've already read one as well, so let me add this to the list. But please make sure you stay tuned the entire video. If you like any of these books, please let me know in the comments. But also, if you have any book recommendations, please leave that in the comments as well. But we're about to jump right into the video. So the first book, this is the one I've already read. It's 11/22/63 by Stephen King. I really enjoyed this book. I don't pretty much have like a specific genre. I read everything except for horror. And I think I want to say it was Fable. It had the category of horror attached to this book, but I didn't really see horror. But it was a great book. It follows like a man that travels back in time to try to stop the assassination of JFK. But everything that goes on in the midst of him trying to do that is interesting. I love the characters in there. This is my first Stephen King book. I have another one back there, but I haven't read it yet. But this is my first time reading a Stephen King book. It was pretty good. I gave it like a 4-star. I didn't too much care for the ending, but it was a pretty good book overall, and I loved all the characters. I loved the way that it was written. I love the detail of it. And yeah, like, it's a pretty hefty book, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a little while to get through it, but it was a pretty good book, and I definitely would recommend it if you're interested in like history, like historical fiction type of thing. But yeah, I would recommend it, and it was pretty good. The book that I'm currently reading now is Shatter Me by Tara Mafi. I think that's how you say her name. But I'm on chapter 10. I just started chapter 10. This is my first book from her as well. And this book pretty much, I'm going to just read the back because I'm horrible at giving summaries. So it says, no one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her. Plans to use her as a weapon, but Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book of the Shatter Me series, Tara Mafi presents a riveting dystopian world, a thrilling superhero story, and an unforgettable heroine. That sounds interesting alone, but since I've been reading it, it's going pretty good so far. I can't really give like too much detail because I'm the only star in chapter 10. But so far I like it, and the writing style is pretty easy, so that's up next. Well, that's what I'm reading now. Alright, so my next book is The Surrogate Mother by Frida McFadden. This book basically talks about a woman named Abby. She wants to have a baby, but she can't have one, and according to the back, her personal assistant, Monica, she offers her the opportunity to be the surrogate for her. But it looks like Monica has some secrets. So this doesn't sound like it's going to go right, but that's good for me because I don't like my characters having peace. So we're going to see how this is. I love thrillers. When I originally first started reading, I didn't too much care for like thrillers. I was stuck strictly on romance, but once I can't think of what book I read that got me hooked on thrillers, but ever since then it's been right up my alley. The next book I have is also by Frida McFadden. It's called Never Lie. And it says newlyweds Trisha and Ethan are searching for the house of their dreams. They think they found it when they visit the remote manor that once belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale, a renowned psychiatrist who vanished without a trace years ago. But when a violent winter storm traps them at the estate, the house begins to lose its appeal. And it looks like Trisha finds some things in this house, finds tapes that she's listening to, and once she gets to the final tape, they find out why Dr. Hill disappears, but it looks like it's too late. Also, again, right up my alley, because who likes characters having peace? Like, my life is peaceful enough, so you gotta get your chaos from your books. And this seems good, so I would definitely be reading this very soon. So, my next book, okay, so let me preface it. I always love reading a historical book, hence the Stephen King 11/22/63. But this book is called Ain't Nobody, A Slavery Aftermath, because I love history. I love learning about the past. I love learning about like my history and stuff like that. But this is like a fictional, historical fiction type of book. So it talks about old Bill Smithson. He served in the Confederate Army, but now that he's out, he's going back to, I want to say, the manor or the plantation that he was, but now he owns it. And also Maeve, another former slave who escaped the plantation and has nowhere to go. I'm assuming these two characters meet up. I couldn't find much detail on the summary of it, so this is one I would have to read to get a good review of. But it seems pretty interesting enough. It's not too long either. But I'm excited to read it because, once again, history is right up my alley. And I love a good history book. So I will let you all know how this one is. My next book is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. I've seen this book all over TikTok and YouTube, so I finally decided to get it. This book talks about a woman who's a lawyer and her husband is an author, but pretty much he gets jealous of all of her success and is basically ruining their marriage. So he decides to go and cheat, and then one day the mistress pops up at the lake house dead, and I don't know, can I say dead on YouTube? The mistress pops up unalived at the lake house. So the wife, she's now trying to defend her husband in this case, I guess, to prove whether he didn't do it. But this seems pretty good. I myself, if I was her, I wouldn't be representing him. He would be on his own. But that's just me. And the last and final book on my TBR is Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. So I got this book just to try. I've heard people read dark romance, but I've never read not one single dark romance book. So this is me branching out completely. And let me read what it says. So basically, it follows a trauma nurse named Allie who doesn't think she needs any more kinks. And she likes the one she's landed on just fine. To her, nothing could top the masked men she follows online. She fantasizes about one man in particular hunting her down, but she never could have guessed that one drunken text could make those dreams into reality. And then it seems like she meets Josh and they hit it off, but she also catches the attention of someone else. and Josh doesn't like that. So I guess he goes in protective mode. So I'm excited to read this book. I'm excited and nervous since it is dark romance. I've never once read a dark romance. And I hear so many, like, I'm not gonna say traumatizing. Like, they'll have so many trigger warnings. It's like, good lord, what's going on here? So yeah, these are all of my books that I'm reading for the month of June and towards the end of May. So if you see any books that you are interested in, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you have recommendations as well, leave them in the comments below. But I will update you guys probably like the end of June, like do a June wrap up, mid June, pretty much, however long it takes me to read this. And then I'll just give you a review of all of my books. But please stay tuned, please subscribe, let me know how you liked the video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.